Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Zero Excuses podcast. My name is Kenyon. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Deacons of Discipline series. This is a short show that I bring to you every Monday and Friday where I break down a short thought, soundbite, a excerpt from a powerful influencer's book, and break it down into some practical, actionable steps that you guys can use and implement immediately after listening to this podcast. Today, what I wanted to break down for you is an excerpt out of Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil. I know I brought you guys an excerpt out of this a couple months ago, and this has been a very powerful, very eye-opening book for me. I want to break down another excerpt for you guys, and I highly encourage you guys to pick up this book. It's a book, again, that's written from the perspective of Napoleon Hill interviewing the devil himself, and the devil is making confession upon a confession of how he essentially keeps people from reaching their highest potential. So here's the quick excerpt that I wanted to talk about today. So the first question is failure a benefit to man? And the devil answers, yes, indeed. Learning from adversity is the third of the 7 principles, but few people know that every adversity brings with it the seed of an equivalent advantage. Still fewer people know the difference between temporary defeat and failure. Let me repeat that last sentence. Still fewer people know the difference between temporary defeat and failure. If this knowledge were generally known, I would be deprived of one of my strongest weapons of control over human beings. And then the next question. But I understood you say that failure is one of your greatest allies. I get the impression from your confession that failure causes people to lose ambition and quit trying, and then you take them over without opposition on their part. That is just the point. I take them over after they quit trying. If they knew the difference between temporary defeat and failure, they would not quit when they meet with opposition from life. If they knew that every form of defeat and all failures bring with them the seed of unborn opportunity, they would keep on fighting and win. Success usually is but one short step beyond the point where one quits fighting. So, man, this was really a huge slap in the face when I read these 2 questions and these 2 answers. So, in keeping with the theme of the month here with planning, what I wanted to illustrate here, guys, is that we need to plan for temporary defeat. We need to be thinking ahead. We need to be thinking about how we are going to react when we meet opposition. We need to think about these situations ahead of time. Even if we don't meet these exact situations, at least if we have wargamed in our minds what is going to happen when we execute our plans, if we have thought ahead, we can anticipate these opportunities that the devil talks about here in the book. And as he describes, we can keep on fighting. We can keep pushing forward. And we know that all these obstacles that we come across are simply temporary defeats. And they're not a permanent sentence that's going to keep us from reaching our goals. They're actually an opportunity. And if we have that mindset going into whatever endeavor that we are about to embark on, that's going to open our minds to being able to learn, being able to grow, and using these obstacles, using these opportunities, using these defeats to move ourselves forward. So that's what I wanted to illustrate to you guys today. I definitely recommend this book, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. It's a book that is totally ahead of its time. And, I keep reading it, and I keep getting, my mind just keeps getting blown every time I read a new chapter in this book. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. Definitely pick it up. I'll have everything linked up in the show notes, including how to join our closed Facebook group. If you're interested in working with me more closely, check out the show notes for links to my Infinite Results Mastermind group and also my exclusive one-on-one discipline coaching program. And lastly, if you're getting tremendous value out of this podcast, the only thing that I ask you guys to do is to either share it with a friend or family member or leave us a rating or review on iTunes or wherever you choose to listen to podcasts at. It helps get out the word about what we're doing here, and I just want to reach as many people as possible. I want to help as many people as possible to get out of their own ways and realize their potential. All right, guys, thanks again. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll chat with you again tomorrow.